Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the WiM-Africa interview series. With me today is Madam Bethlehem from Ethiopia. Madam Bethlehem, thank you for joining us, and thank you for your work at the SBIM WiM-Africa. Let's begin with the basis. In simple terms, what is this purity research area on critical minerals about? I see your interest recently following the preparation for the Energy Idaba in South Africa as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Priscilla. It's a pleasure to be a part of this discussion. So this research area focuses on positioning the Africa's critical minerals as a strategic enabler of global energy transition, just rather than viewing them as only extractive commodities. As we know, currently minerals like lithium, cobalt, graphite, rare earth elements, and nickel are the fundamental for renewable energy system, battery storage technology, electric car, and clean energy infrastructure. So Africa, it hosts those mineral resources, but the continent has historically captured limited value beyond the extraction. So our work, therefore, it examines the mineral availability, the geology, the governance framework, and the value chain development with the aim of strengthening the Africa role within the global supply chain. So central to this approach is the integration of responsible sourcing principle, robust ESG standard, and the deliberate inclusion of women across exploration, processing, system research, in policy formulation, and also in commercial decision making.
Interesting. If I may ask, why is this area particularly important for WiM-Africa at this time?
This area is particularly important for the WiM-Africa in that it's directly aligned to the WiM-Africa mandate. As global demand for energy transition mineral accelerate, the competition for securing supply chain is also intensifying. Investment decisions are being fast-tracked, and also new governance framework are emerging at national, regional, and also international level. So without intentional action, women risk remain underrepresented in technical, regulatory, financial, and also leadership spaces in shaping this value chain. So this research responded to that challenge by ensuring that women are not only the beneficiary of this transition, but they are the active contributor how the mineral system are governed, regulated, financed, and also processed and commercialized across Africa.
Thank you very much. That's very much. Thank you very much. So how does this work differ from the border mining or energy conversation we often hear?
So the distinction lies in the integration. So we are not only examining the geology or the policy or gender alone. Instead, we intentionally connect geological reality with the governance framework, ESG expectation, market dynamics, and inclusion within single analytical framework. So this approach reflects that full complexity of critical mineral system, which is from resource occurrence, extraction through the sustainable requirements, investment decision, and social outcome. So it's precisely this integration that many decision makers struggle to access in one place. So it makes it practically relevant for those who are in need, like for decision makers, policy makers, mining companies.
Okay, I see. What exactly should WiM-Africa prioritize under this research area?
There are several priorities, but it can be streamlined into 3 core focus areas. So the first focus area is critical minerals that are directly linked to the renewable energy system. And the second priority area is governance and value chain readiness, including the ESG compliance, ethical sourcing, transparency, traceability, environmental stewardship, and opportunity for the downstream value chain addition within the African economy. And the third focus area or priority area is participation of women from exploration, processing, and research, and also finance, entrepreneurship, and in policy spaces. So these are measured through clear indicator and outcome, just rather than remaining as narrative aspirations.
Mrs. Bethlehem, should this be understood as academic research?
No, this is not academic research in traditional sense. It is applied, policy relevant and evidence-informed work, which is designed to support implementation. And the objective of this research is to translate analysis into a practical framework, tool, and insight that government, industry, and development partners can use it directly. So the emphasis is therefore on outputs that inform policy dialogue, guide the investment decision, strengthen the partnership, and also support program development.
Now, talking about relevance, Mrs. Bethlehem, who is this research most relevant to?
So this research is most relevant to the energy companies, mining firms, policymaker, development finance institution, multilateral organization, and partner which are a strong linkage with ESG and gender mandate. And also it speaks directly platforms such as Africa Energy Indaba and similar policy industry forum where minerals are the security, energy transition planning, climate commitment, finance, and inclusive growth intersectors.
Thank you very much. If I may ask, what outcome would justify WiM-Africa time and resources in this area?
The outcome include clearly articulated program priority, a strong and more strategic institutional partnership, credible and evidence-based policy engagement, and also increased visibility and participations of women across the critical mineral value chain. So these outcomes are tangible, measurable, and can be monitored and evaluated over time to demonstrate the meaningful impacts.
Thank you. So WiM-Africa, what support do you need from leadership of WiM-Africa as this work progress in your directorate?
As this work advances, we require alignment on priority focus area, which I mentioned earlier, and also guidance on which strategic partners to engage first, and leadership support in translating this framework into clear, consistent messaging for policy platform, and also industry engagement and continental dialogue we need.
One more question before I forget, Mrs. Bethlehem. So if you had to summarize this work in one sentence, what would it be?
So WiM-Africa advances inclusive, responsible, and well-governed critical mineral value chain that supports the Africa energy transition.
Another question before we round up, what supports do you need from leadership of WiM-Africa as this work progressed in your directorate?
So at this work, advances we require as alignment on priority focus area, which I mentioned earlier, the three focus area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much to have you on this session.
Thank you.
This research stream places WiM-Africa in a strong and credible position at the intersection of energy transition, critical minerals, and women's leadership. It reflects the ongoing work of the Strategy, Planning and Research Directorate to generate applied knowledge that supports programs, partnerships, and policy influence. As this work expands, we are also calling on researchers, analysts, and technical professionals who are interested in critical minerals, ESG, and gender-responsive development to join our continental research team. If you are interested in contributing, please use this link provided in the chat box to register your interest and become part of this research community. Thank you very much.